Welcome to EngVibe Podcast.
Haha! Alex, I need to show you something on my phone before we even start the mics. Look at this screenshot from my screen time report for last week. Just look at the daily average.
7 hours and 42 minutes? Emma, that's not a phone habit. That's a full-time job. You basically worked a double shift every day last week just looking at glass.
It's terrifying, right? But here's the kick. I did a little math while I was drinking my coffee this morning. If the average person spends just 3 hours a day on social media or mindless browsing, by the time they are 75, they will have spent roughly 9 years of their life staring at a screen. 9 years of waking life, Alex. Not sleeping, not working, just scrolling through people's vacations and cat videos.
9 years. Think about what you could do with 9 years of focused time. You could become a neurosurgeon. You could learn 5 languages fluently. You could probably build a literal empire. And instead, we give that time to an algorithm designed to keep us addicted. It's like we're voluntarily handing over the most precious thing we own to a machine that gives us nothing back but a headache and a bit of envy.
Exactly. And that's why we had to do this episode today. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to EngVibe Podcast. I'm Emma, and as you can tell, I'm currently having a minor life crisis about my time management.
And I'm Alex, the guy who is now currently checking his own screen time and feeling very judged by his own phone. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that affects every single person listening. Don't waste your time. This isn't just about productivity hacks. It's about the philosophy of living a life you won't regret.
We're going to break down why we waste time, the psychological traps we fall into, and how you can reclaim your life, all while picking up some great natural English expressions along the way. Let's get into it. Alex, I want to start by clarifying something. When I told my mom I was doing a podcast on wasting time, she said, "Oh, so you think taking a nap is a waste, or sitting in the garden?" And it made me think, we need to define our terms. What, to you, is the difference between rest and wasting time?
That's a brilliant distinction, Emma. To me, rest is intentional, it's restorative. When you go for a walk, or you meditate, or you take a 20-minute power nap, you are sharpening the saw. As they say, you come back to your work or your life with more energy. Wasting time is the opposite. It's leaking energy. It's when you do something that doesn't actually make you feel better, but you can't seem to stop doing it.
Yes, I call it the empty calorie activity. You know, like eating a bag of chips when you aren't even hungry? You don't enjoy it, you don't feel full, you just feel kind of gross afterward. Scrolling through a feed of strangers' photos for 2 hours is an empty calorie activity. You aren't rested. Your eyes are tired, your brain feels fried, and you realize you've learned absolutely nothing.
And it's often a defense mechanism. We waste time because we are avoiding something. We're avoiding a difficult conversation, a hard task at work, or even just the discomfort of being alone with our own thoughts. In the modern world, we've lost the ability to be bored, and because we fear boredom, we fill every gap in our day with noise. If you're standing in line for coffee, you pull out your phone. If you're waiting for a bus, you pull out your phone. We never give our brains a chance to just be.
That's so true. Real rest requires us to be present. Wasting time is a way of being absent. It's like we're fast-forwarding through our own lives because we're too bored or too scared to live in the current moment. Okay, let's talk about the silent killers. Everyone knows that Netflix binges or video games can take up time. But there are some time wasters that actually look like work. Alex, have you ever spent 3 hours organizing your desk or your email inbox instead of actually doing the project you were supposed to do?
Oh, you're calling me out now. We call that productive procrastination. It's the ultimate trap. You feel busy. You feel like you're doing something. You're color-coding your calendar. You're researching the best apps for productivity. You're watching YouTube videos about how to be successful. But at the end of the day, you haven't actually moved the needle. You haven't written the book. You haven't practiced your English speaking. And you haven't finished the report.
It's a trick our brain plays on us to lower our anxiety. If I'm planning to study, I don't feel as guilty as if I'm watching TV. But the result is the same: zero progress. Another one is over-researching. I have a friend who wanted to start a YouTube channel. She spent 6 months, researching cameras, lighting, and editing software. She bought books on the algorithm. She took a course.
And let me guess, she still hasn't posted a single video?
Not one. She wasted hundreds of hours preparing for a life she isn't actually living. That's a massive time waster. Waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect amount of knowledge before you start. There's a saying I love: analysis paralysis. You analyze things so much that you become paralyzed and can't move. We have to realize that doing is a form of learning. Wasting time in the planning phase is just a fancy way of being afraid. Let's talk about the most dangerous lie we tell ourselves. I'll do it later. Alex, why do we think that future Alex or future Emma is going to be some kind of superhero with infinite discipline?
It's a psychological phenomenon called future self-continuity. We view our future selves as strangers. It's like we're pushing the work onto someone else. We think, current Alex is tired and wants to watch a movie. Future Alex, tomorrow morning, will be full of energy and motivation. He can do the hard work. But then tomorrow morning comes, and guess what? You're still you. You're still tired, and you still don't want to do it.
It's so true. Later is a mythical land where all our dreams come true, and we have perfect self-control. But the reality is, if you don't have the discipline to do it now, you won't have it then. In fact, it'll be harder later because you'll have the added weight of the guilt of delaying it.
I see this so much with people learning English. They say, I'll start my intensive study once work gets less busy, or I'll start speaking once I know more grammar. But work is always busy. Life is always happening. If you keep waiting for the right time to stop wasting time, you'll be waiting forever.
There's a very heavy quote I read once. The two most powerful words in the English language are not yet. Because not yet eventually turns into too late. That really hit me. When you say later, you are essentially gambling with your life. You're assuming you'll have the time, the health, and the opportunity in the future. But time is the only thing we aren't guaranteed.
I think we should look at the why. Why are we like this? Evolutionarily speaking, brains aren't designed for the 21st century. Our brains are designed to conserve energy. Back in the day, if you found a way to get reward chemicals like dopamine without moving much, that was a win for survival.
And now, those reward chemicals are everywhere. Every notification, every short-form video gives us a tiny hit of dopamine. We are literally addicted to the new. Our brains haven't caught up to the fact that this constant stimulation is actually draining us.
Exactly. And then there's the fear of failure. Sometimes we waste time on purpose because if we don't try, we can't fail. If I spend my whole evening scrolling, I can tell myself, didn't improve my English because I didn't have time. It's an excuse that protects our ego. If I actually sat down and tried to speak English and realized I was struggling, that would hurt my feelings. So, wasting time is a shield.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. It's a form of self-sabotage. We stay in our comfort zone because it's safe. But the comfort zone is a beautiful place where nothing ever grows. We waste time to stay comfortable, but then we wonder why we feel so unfulfilled. Alex, let's put it simply. If you had $1,440 in your bank account every morning, but it disappeared every night, you wouldn't waste a single cent, right?
Exactly. I'd spend it all on something useful.
Well, every day has 1,440 minutes. We can't bank them. We can't save them. When the day is over, they're gone forever. Yet we kill time like it's an enemy, not our most precious asset.
Killing time is just a slow way of killing our potential. You can earn more money, but you can't buy back even 1 second of yesterday.
Okay, let's get practical. How do we stop wasting time now?
First, the 5-second rule. The moment you know you should study or work, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just move. Don't let your brain talk you out of it.
Second, environment design. If your phone is in the room, you'll check it. Put it in a drawer. Out of sight, out of mind. And third, time blocking. Don't just make a to-do list. Give each task a specific time on your calendar. It creates a sense of urgency. For our English learners, stop saying, "I don't have time." The truth is, it's just not a priority yet. If you have 10 minutes while waiting for a bus, that's your classroom. Use net time, no extra time. Listen to podcasts while cleaning or repeat sentences while driving. 15 minutes a day beats a 3-hour session once a week. Consistency is the only magic in language learning.
People think discipline is a prison, but it's actually freedom.
Exactly. If you work hard for 2 hours, you can relax for the rest of the day without feeling guilty. Wasting time creates guilty relaxation where you aren't working, but you aren't enjoying your rest either because you're stressed about what you should be doing. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Do you want to look back and see years of scrolling? Or do you want to see a version of yourself that took risks, learned the language, and built a life? Your attention is your life. Don't give it away for free to apps that don't care about your dreams. Time to put the phones down and get to work. Don't just be busy, be productive. Don't just exist, improve. If this helped you, subscribe and share it with a friend who is always busy.
Well said. So, let's start a conversation in the comments. What is the one thing you are going to stop wasting time on starting today?
Yeah, see you next time. Keep learning, keep growing. Bye everyone, take care.